hopefully this is working all right. Unexpected. Is this a surprise? I mean, I did say I'm gonna do it every day now, right? Something is missing though. Is my mic working? Uh-oh. I might have... Oh, my mic's not working. I'm gonna reconnect my mic. Alright. I've been struggling with the setup these days, ever since the move. None of these are right. I'm a little staticky. Pretty bad. Alright, I might have to mute myself or something. Properties. Hey, where's my actual mic? There you go. Properties. It's not even there. Do I need to restart the... I might have to restart the stream. Oh boy. Why is it device 2? But not in device 1. Oh, there it is. Yay, found it. Okay, great. Disabled on this one. I think that works now. Okay, so I'm clean now. All right. Well, that was a little bit of a rocky start, but we are here regardless. I'm going to, let's see, probably do some announcement as we do. Let's get that going. Discord. I found this thing. Well, I was watching. Credit to MZTH, MZETH, whatever. Pretty good channel that I've been watching, that I've been trying to model after. And he likes to do game jams on Godot game jam, or is Godot Wild Jam or something like that. And there's like one every Friday, every second Friday. And it's already going, right? Because it already started 2 weeks ago. So technically I only have 3 days. I did get the green screen. Mikori, oh, you missed it yesterday. All right. So everything is not as it seems. I am moving. I am here doing all the things I need to do. I finally moved. Things are looking good, but you know how it means. It means that I had to find a shortcut. It looks nice and all, but the reality is my background isn't real. I I'm using this stream room as my emergency last minute storage room, so I have to hide everything. So I thought, yeah, you know what? If I take a picture, if I take a video of the room, if I take a video of the room, then I never have to clean again, right? So that's it. But it's okay. We're here. Anyways, I was thinking that I'm just going to do a really quick game jam because, you know what, I need a refresher. I haven't developed in a while. Well, because I've been on a vacation. Live now. That means I need to warm up. I need to warm myself up a little bit to the thing. So I was looking at MZETH channel, and, you know, I do need another video to make, and I thought I'm going to do a new style of devlog, a little bit more quirky one that's entertaining to watch. So I wanted to do that. So I'm going to do a less serious, more fun-focused game making real quick to get myself back into the rhythm of things. I mean, I don't have that much time either, so I don't want to spend too much time on this, right? But yeah, thanks, Mikori, for saying what looks good. Does my actual background look good, or is the this my fake background looks good. No, I haven't reached out to him yet. I'm going to do that probably later in the future. Mm, thanks. Yeah. There's nothing here. It's not real. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I think I can show you my actual green screen. Boom. There it is. Green screen. um, but it's okay. Nobody will know if I just kind of stay as a small face on the bottom. Hey, Sandbox. I was showing Mikori my little trick here. I'm actually going to do some game jam real quick. Apparently, there's a GodotWildJam.com, which I wasn't aware of. Mikori actually told me about MZTH before, so I was watching his stuff, and like this whole thing looks really fun. I'm not gonna do the wild cards. I'm just gonna look at the freeze, and then we'll do some spinning, and we'll make whatever we want, right? I don't want my channel to be a tutorial only channel. I want to do like tutorial once or twice a year, maybe. That's like thematic, and then that's for like getting new people into the channel, but mostly just entertainment, so that every week there can be fun, some fun things to do. Also, I'm kind of since you guys are already watching everything anyways, I don't mind sharing some of the shorts that are coming up right now. Oh, I gotta answer some messages. Deck builder tutorial got me into this channel. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I definitely need to do something more. I really want to do the bullet hell tutorial next, but I need to kind of warm up my warm up my, what do you call, mana. Wait a minute, what happened to my wheel? No, what? Wait, what? No. I gotta go back. I gotta go back and update the wheel. Oh no. All right, Mikori. In a browser cache? I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I mean, this is the browser cache, no? And then somehow it saved the wrong one. I feel like I typed this out by mistake and then I fixed it. Hold on. Not that. I have it bookmarked. Right, because this is incognito and won't have it saved. Oh, thanks for the resub, Mikori. Perfect. Appreciate it. Oh, wait, what happened to the theme? Oh. But yeah. Anyways. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to... Alright, here, let me pause the wheel so that people can't use the points, because I think that's an issue right now. It's not completely gone. What I can do is I can go watch one of the old stream later and then come up with a new list that... Yeah, wheel is born anew. And besides, now that we're doing this whole like stream setup thing, I might want to make it so that it's like automatic instead of me doing it manually, right? Wheel has been reforged to be better and stronger. Yes, indeed. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to get rid of the point redemption right now. I don't know if Mikori can do that. Roguelike stream wheel. Exactly. We need roguelike stream wheel. You get little upgrades here and there. That might be a really fun project, actually. I'll do that. That should be our next to do. We'll be like, we love roguelike, right? Okay, well, I'm going to turn off the rewards real quick, and then I'll go back to my stream later when I have time to, I guess, watch and revive the wheels. All right, I gotta turn this off. How do I do this? Hydrate is still there. Emote screen is still there. Exercise wheel. Try my game. And wheel of exercise will be gone for now. Okay? All right. Sorry. Anyways. Godot. Hi. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. But yeah. That's kind of sad. But it's okay. It's okay. We're focusing here. We only have so much time. We're going to do some... our usual lo-fi chill beats. And then we're going to get going. We're going to get to developing a new game. Freeze is an interesting topic, though. I don't want to be specific. I love rolling genre, so we'll see what that works. How that works, I mean. Okay, I don't like that one. All right, let me know if the volume is too loud or too low. I think that's enough. That looks like it's just enough, I think. Sandbox says, Mia and one of my friends got so bored today in class, right? We straight up invented a car game. Okay, this is a little too loud in my ear, sorry. I can't think. There you go. I think this might be better. And now we're thinking of making a prototype with cardstock, a paintbrush, and some pens. I think that's a great idea. You want to do, what do you call? You want to do prototype first. But yeah, look at all the projects. It's just ever growing, never stopping. I have too much. I have too much project going on here. None of them finished. You know what's funny? I wanted to do... So I was kind of inspired to do like, 2 years look back on what I have been doing as indie developer. And then like do a little channel review. I haven't finished much. But I guess that could go into it. That'll be a video that I'll make it eventually. Sandbox says, I'll send some picture of our brainstorm page in the Discord. You can check them out after stream. Oh, sounds great. I love looking at those things. Sounds fun. But anyways... so we're going to do some freeze. You know what? I'm going to do this part without the music because... Oh, actually, the music doesn't hurt, does it? Let's see. Somebody really need to give me a feedback on the sound right now. I don't know if it sounds okay right now. Hopefully it's not too loud. I don't like Windows 11, I have to say. I mean, call me old, but I don't like it the way it is. Oh, Sandbox says we literally cannot hear it. Well, I can't anyways. By the way, any update on Dread on Arrival? We were working on it yesterday a little bit, McCory. Only update right now is that I'm still working on the part where we're putting parts on the ship. And that's where I was. I'm making the UI for how the mode where you're building the ship. But, you know, it's a little difficult, so I have to do a lot of stuff outside of your voice, the focal. It's there, but not too loud. That's great. Yeah, I mean, it needs to be just like barely audible. That's the point, I think. But not so small that it's distracting. But anyways, yeah, Dread Arrival is still working on it. We got new ship design. I'm excited for the game itself. It's just, you know, all the break that I've been taking has been just kind of taking a toll on me in terms of mental ability. Like remembering how to do the game and whatnot. So here we are. Freeze Jam. That's what this is, okay? I'm gonna do new things, right? So I always did like these like kind of like game design first, or like thinking about the brainstorms and stuff like that. I'm gonna focus on making it just look nice and feel impactful. Just kind of like just fun to play around with. Forget balance, forget the gameplay, just forget repeatability, because it's a jam game. You just need to play it once anyways, right? So I'm just going to focus on making it a kind of like, ooh, that looks fun. And then you play it. It's like, oh, that was a great experience. I'll never play it again, but that was a great experience type of situation. So that's what we're going to do here. Freeze. There are some of the wild cards here. I think it says it's optional, so we don't have to worry about it. But freeze is interesting. I think it's one word. And we're going to make some stuff. We're going to join the jam here. Maybe we'll finish it in 2 hours. That might be possible. Join our Discord. I don't need to do that. I'm just going to join the jam. Okay. What else? This is exclusive engine jam, meaning only submission via Godot. Yep. This is an exclusive jam, meaning that entries made to both this jam and all others shall be removed unless otherwise allowed by organizer. Coda says allowed to an extent of no reskinning, no AI generated work. That's fine. No new content may be uploaded. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know. These are too much. You know, too much to figure out. I'm just gonna do it. So here we are. BrainsUp says freeze. Yes, freeze indeed. All right. So we gotta bring our trusty wheel, handy dandy wheel of doom. Not the exercise, because this exercise wheel is blown to pieces. It's not real anymore. Let's see. Freeze and what? Freeze and RTS. Okay, great, great, great. Freeze, RTS. Well, I mean, we don't need the wilds. Oh no. We're gonna make RTS in 2 hours, yeah? We can do that, right? Oh, hold on. We did this already. It's RTS again. Oh my gosh. Theme wheel. All right, RTS, RTS. Yeah, I need pointers. What are some the very RTS noir? Oh my gosh. All right, I got it. I got it. Nothing difficult here. We're just gonna get straight to it. Obviously pixel game, right? Because we only make pixel games. We're gonna make a character. We're gonna have this real-time strategy, right? That means it's gonna be like StarCraft type of situation. Is MOBA also an RTS by any chance? Because you're making real-time strategy, right? Or is it only like StarCraft, Red Alert? That's the only thing that's considered as RTS. Lol. Recommend top-down. It'll be far easy to manage. Yeah. All right. Oh, this is not good. Okay, we're gonna go for small pixel because large pixel is hard to manage. And we're gonna just use a palette that's already exists, actually. So let's do some edit palette. There has to be some sort of presets, I think. Let's see if we can find a preset. Ah, there it is. Bubblegum's Noir. Noir is a little bit desaturated, right? So we're going to look for something that's like... Ooh, Copper Tech looks interesting. That might be fun. Google UI. No. I can't hear my thought here. This music is really too loud for me, honestly. I'm going to reduce the sound again. Might have to lower this, actually. It's surprising that you guys can't hear it that well, because it's really loud. All right. Monokai looks noirish. I think I want something like sunset purple. I mean, obviously there are more color palettes than what's available here, but the name of the game is Be Quick, so I'm just gonna stick with that. Let's do Copper Tech, okay? That's our thing. Sandbox says, Godot says, AoE StarCraft style. Yeah, exactly. You need to manage units and buildings and defenses. Yes. If you need inspo, look at Rusted Warfare. The most important thing is that the units are visibly distinct. It doesn't matter how cool they look. If I can't tell who is who without squinting, then I won't be able to plan well. EN4? You like the EN4? I want to see what it was. Well, it needs to feel noir. I think it needs to be like... Ooh, actually, not bad. Simple, too. You know what? Simple palette is way to go for me, honestly. Okay, this is great. I'm going to add a little bit more. But here we are. Let's expand this, shall we? We're going to have 3 contrasts here real quick. Because I still want some variations here. So we'll do this. So this is the dark. We have the black color here. We have the white color here. We have one yellowish color. We're going to shift it just tiny bit, desaturate. Tiny bit, desaturate, right. There it is. And then this goes shift out, saturate it out. A little bit darker maybe. And then just a tiny bit and then we start to get desaturated. La. Okay, that's good enough, I think. And then maybe we will do a really dark one here, like so. Maybe a little bit. There you go. And then the second green one starts here. We're gonna go to the purple or blue category, and then we're gonna shift it a little bit more. We go brighter here, and then this one shift over here, saturated, darker. I think we're going for warmer for bright, right? Don't you agree? I think so. I think this should be the main color, honestly. We'll go this way for bright, like that. So it makes more sense, right? And then we'll brighten this up slightly more. There you go. And then as we go further out, it gets darker. Boom. And then we're gonna go further out. About here. Maybe a little bit brighter. That's about right, I think. And then the little blue colors, we're probably going to do this as well. Very saturated. Doop. Then go. And then this is similar enough where I think I can replace this. It's too much of a transition, isn't it? Okay, good enough. This is what I'm going to work with. And if this is not enough color, it's too bad, right? The name of the game is be as simple as possible, make it work. You better work. That's the idea. I wonder how many people know the reference. Is that an old reference now? Whatever I just said? Or is that exclusively American reference? All right, here we are. Sandbox is thinking. So, freeze RTS Noir. Yeah, what does that mean? Freeze RTS Noir. Simple palette. It could be fun. All right, we got this. We're going to go. Let's create a new create. I'm going to do it on the desktop. My desktop is starting to get really messy. Godot, GameJam. But it's okay. This is going to be freeze, which is number... Which number was it? 76? Okay. Freeze 76. Select this folder. We're probably going to go back, actually. Don't create. Yeah. It's going to be freeze 76. Create an edit. Here we are. Sandbox is refining the thought. Okay, well, we're getting a lot of help from the chat here, so I'm excited. All right, let's make this a group effort, yeah? I mean, as much as we're putting time constraint on myself, I think this is a great opportunity for us to spread the work. We'll do yes and. A little bit of, what do you call? A little bit of improv exercise, right? So Sandbox says, maybe RTS staged inside an urban setting, so you have buildings and rubble that act as cover, and maybe you're fighting in Frozen City for resource. Ooh, here, let me refine my thoughts. The world has frozen over, and you need resources. Everything is cold and dark and bleak. Your units find an old city that they can scavenge for resources, but there are enemies, so now you have to defend against them. Mine scrap to build buildings, harvest food to recruit units. I like that. Okay, so resources are old cities. I think I love that idea. So resources are old cities or old already existing constructions, right? You can either fix up existing buildings to take over as like a hub or whatever, like a building that can be used, kind of like regular-ish in some ways. You can put engineers into different buildings to take over, right? And then, oh, there's a fly in here. I don't know how it got in here. Anyways, and then you can also kind of take down buildings slowly, like deconstruct them to make it into resources that you need. I think that's a great idea. Okay, simple resources. We don't want too much, right? We're not buying anything. Sorry, I was trying to catch that fly that was just sitting there. It's like a tiny net thing. I'm not even sure what it is. Anyways. Oh, a little suspicious. There's a liquid dripping. Hopefully no black mold in this new place. Yeah. Food and scraps. I love that. Food and scraps. I think that's all we need. And then... I mean, I don't think I need to make sense of how to make things. For example, if you need to be like, oh, unit requires food or whatever, or like a medic requires blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna worry about that. It's just scraps and food. Okay. All right. Simple enough. We're not gonna have to worry about auto generating. I'm not gonna do any type of auto generation map. We're gonna do one specific map, and then we're just gonna make it playable and see if people can beat it. Maybe there could be a different level of escalations, but that is besides the point, right? Okay, so here we're gonna do a little bit of should it have image? Should not have its own folder. I think I'm gonna say this is going to be like art resource, whatever that means, and then this is gonna be save this as desktop, go to Wild Gem Freeze, art resource, and this is gonna be palette. I think that's how you spell it. Is palette with 2L, 1T? Hold on, this will tell me. L-E-T-T-E, L-E-T-T-E, okay. L-E-T-T-E, L-E-T-T-E. I gotta get back to it. Desktop. Go to Wild Gem, Freeze, art resource, palette, like so. Okay. And then I'm gonna save this also as a PNG real quick. All right, we got the palette now. We're gonna have some units here, basic units. We got the I suppose, I don't know, what would be the enemy? Would the enemy be other civilization, other little small groups, or would it be, well, we got to make sure that it's frozen over, right? It's a frozen cities. You got to melt the cities, right? Okay, cool. We're gonna say maybe enemies can be something that has to do with the fact that the cities are frozen over. What caused this to happen? Is it post-nuclear thing? Is it like Frosthaven? Or not Frosthaven, what was it? The Frostpunk? Enemies just being other scavengers. Okay, other scavengers are cool. Hey, hello, Fruit Superman. Hello. We're doing a kind of last minute game jam. We decided to join this one. Obviously, there's not much time. And also, I don't have that much time, so we're trying to finish something real quick. We just rolled an RTS for our genre, so we're trying to make a RTS game. Sandbox says, it makes sense for a small-scale game, and less hints at the lore leaves more room for speculation. I think that could be good, yeah. All right, first thing first, I'm going to just create some landscape here. Let's see, the grounds, I think there could be different types. Let's simplify it a little bit. I'm going to say it's like 16 by 16 tiles. Really small, right? And then, well, I noticed that there's nothing blue in here. I think we might have to actually add blue, don't we? I suppose. Let's see, we gotta unlock the palette here. What we want to do, I think, is a little bit of blue, but then like really pale blue. That kind of goes with this. So I'm gonna start from here. I'm gonna shift it just a little bit and then match it out here like this. Yeah, hold on. Actually, this is not bad. This is not bad, actually. I'm going to do that. And then I'll set these out like so. Start over here, and then this is going to get even brighter. And then even brighter. There you go. A little too bright here, this one. I'm going to... Oh my god, I see it! I see it! Did I get it? No, I didn't get it. Oh. Somebody walking into this stream is like, what is that guy doing? All right, and then this one's going to shift over here, a little bit saturated. And then we'll go down. And this one is, I think, starting to go to this territory, right? This one, I think, works like that. Cool. Yeah, I think we can reuse some colors. It's fine. Sandbox. Oh, Sandbox is sending some help here. Says, Ezra, if you'd like, I can post some concept ideas for the game loop in the Discord. If you do want it, like, I'll sketch my ideas on paper. Yeah, sure. Give or take. You know, I may or may not take it entirely or not. But I think that will be very helpful still. Okay, a few things. We need some terrains. Let's see. We're going to say... I'm going to test a few things. We're going to do 16 times, let's say, 10. So 160. Okay, 160. We're going to do grid size of 16 by 16. So each of these are a grid. We're going to load up this palette here. There you go. And then I suppose let's start by kind of drawing some things out. So we can have some greens like this, right? Like this. And then there's some frozen over lake, right? And that's going to be simple. We're going to describe it as a very simple tile. We don't want to get too crazy. So it might look something like that. And what would that look like in practice? Maybe put a little bit of it. It needs to be frozen, right? So the edges need to be like this. Okay, cool. That means I'm going to make a little cube of frozen lake. Nothing crazy. Here. Oops. Right. Boom. Okay. We're going to look at something real quick. We're going to say tile set Godot. Reason I'm looking for this is because there's a in the documentation there's a preset styles of tile set where you just need to create a certain number, like a 9 block, in order to cover every shape. So we need to look at what tile sets are available here. Creating tile set here, and then there's something like 9 by 9 style or something like that. There it is. Okay. Example configuration for full tile set may look as follows, and this is a side scroller tile set. What about top down? Okay. What do I need for full top down tile set? How about that? Huh? How do I create a functional tile set? I know there's like a shape that I need to just follow, and that's why I'm just looking for it, because I don't want to think about it. Not useful. Not useful. You know what? Sandbox says fair, lol. I know what you're talking about. I don't think it's built-in Godot, but I know if Godot pre-generates them for you. Yeah, exactly. If you draw it out and then you assign it, then it works. You know what? It's okay. I think it's something like this. So we'll do this, and we'll say, I guess we'll have some of these things like sprinkled over, right? It's gonna be some. I think the idea is that it's gonna be snowed over, and you know, oops. It's just gonna be something like this, and I'm not gonna think too much on this. You know, we don't need to. It doesn't need to look perfect. It needs to look just barely convincing, right? So we're not gonna worry about the art here too much. We're gonna do transparency so things can overlay on top of each other. So we'll do some of these things. Cool. Round it out a little bit, and then something like that. I think I'm looking at this top side as usual. That's what I'd usually do in order to make the tiles. Cool. I want it to look a little dark too, right? So I'm gonna use overlay, color overlay, and then use the light to give the feeling of this, like, I mean, it's basically Frostpunk. Not that I have ever played that game. I know it did pretty well when it first came out. I just don't know what the gameplay is exactly. But the idea is kind of similar, right? Frozen over. I don't know if I can make it look more icy. I mean, I guess if I just do one of these things. It's a little lame, but I think it works if I do something like that. Only problem with this is that this doesn't tile very well, right? So we might have to add these effects at the after the fact. Okay, so let's say this is like a frozen over a lake, which we can walk over. Maybe. Okay. And then there's a grassy part. Some parts are warmed out, but I think overall all the grass needs to have some sort of... You know what? I'm not going to even worry about it. We have grass. We have this. Sandbox says search a 47-piece tile set guide. 47? Oh my goodness. I'm not going to sit here and make all of this. But okay, so we know 47 is what we need to make, apparently, in order to have a complete tile set. We'll figure it out later. Okay, so we got the grass. We got this. All right, next up. What are some of the towns, right? We're just going to have something like... let's see. Frozen, or not frozen. I guess Civ. Let's just call it upper layer, I think. Upper layer here. For example, we can have something along the lines of like... nothing too crazy. Large city, small city, you know, that's it. Hold on. Maybe I'll make it slightly look more 3D. So it doesn't look completely bad. Something like that. Have a little dilapidated corners here and there. I don't know if I'm gonna describe that correctly, but we'll see. And then this doesn't need to have all kinds of... actually, I'm gonna do this color right here. The edges will take on one of these colors, like so. I'll put it on the edge, actually. Doop, 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 like so. Like that. And then, let's see. We're gonna do this. Just do one of these things. I think the darker colors go to the in-betweens here. Like so. And then we're gonna have a little bit of glasses here. Boop, 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 like that. And then I suppose the top side might have some sort of like snow residue, right? So we can have a little bit of like white color sprinkle in the corners. I don't know how to describe if it is frozen or not, but... And then we're going to do a little bit darker color here to kind of outline this whole thing. Maybe. Good enough. Ta-da! Right? All right, good enough. Oh, goose fat. Mikora, you got that? The emote on screen. Hello, goose fat. All right. I'm a little bit rushed here. Also a little rusty, but I think this is good enough. I think that we're going to have different sized towns as they break down, maybe. How about that? So we're going to have one of those things. Maybe it can be bigger. The next one can be bigger. So for example, if I have another one that's a little bit more bare bone. Oh, I know. Maybe that's like, it needs to be like broken down. So I think we'll break it down from the top. It's going to look more wiry, I think. So like, do one of these things. Have it be toned down. I don't know how to describe wireframes, but I'm going to have to figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get it. We'll get it eventually. Here we go. Maybe this. Maybe we can have something like this. And then this wires, I think, could have Top side can be a little bit brighter. You know, it doesn't actually have to make all the sense. Just need to look like there's something going on. And then something like that. And then I'll mix in some dark colors inside. Not too dark. I think something like this actually is sufficient. It definitely needs to be hollow, I think. Let's see. Maybe it needs to have like a sticks just kind of sticking out. Make it look like it's sticking out like that. I'm gonna say that looks like it's broken down, you know? we're not gonna work too much. You know, as long as it's giving something, you know, we're not gonna worry too much about that. The details here. All right, so this is it, and then I think the last one will be the complete breakdown of it, right? So we have something like this. Ludwig Otterland says, "Hello Ezra, I followed your deck builder tutorial. When is the next one coming out?" Oh, you're expecting more? I guess next one depends. How urgently do you want it? I'm trying to do. I mean, we're doing the at the end of the year kind of reset type of situation, so I don't mind finishing it up, obviously. But I would love to hear what you want to see for the next deck builder tutorial. I know I said I want to do another one where we talk about specifically, what is it? How to apply it in your own project, like, and make it more applicable so that you can reuse on your projects. That might be a next thing for sure. Oh, Goose Fett says hi, bye. Mikori says lol. Ezra says, you want more? Yeah, now a surprise. It's gonna come out, let's say next one will come out in 3 weeks. I think that's a good goal. How about that? Let's do that. I think that's great. I guess I could just kind of have a rubble at the end of the day when it's done. Something like that, I guess. I think that's good enough. I mean, like, it's not amazing. But, oh my gosh. But it deliberates on the message, I think. Here you go. Only thing that I might want to do here is that I'm going to do one more thing where basically it's some sort of like shadow type of situation. So I'll put like a darker greens here. So maybe a little bit brighter. Like that. I think that works. Like so. There you go. I think that works. Yeah, look at that. We're breaking it down. Okay, what's next? Food, right? So this is, I think no matter what the building is, it should give probably something. Ludwig on Twitch says, I really enjoy watching and following along. It feels like I learn a lot. I guess I just want a full game loop, kind of. I guess no pressure, haha. Yeah, no, I feel it. I mean, technically, there were some people who were able to make a full game loop out of it, but I think since you do want that, I think that's a great idea. So I did promise to a few people out there that I was going to do one of those things where, like, well, now we learn all these lessons following along. Let's do a single episode, summarize everything. We're going to go from beginning to end real quickly, just the right decision to make a full card game. And I think that might be a good idea. So let's do that. For that one, since that's going to be more useful for most people, let's see. How does... I really hate Windows 11. Okay, well, I think it's too much to do it in December for me. I'll make it a goal to finish it by January 31st. Okay, so then it goes into edit here. So yeah, end of January. How about that? Ludwig, just for you. I'm taking note right here. I'm gonna make final deck builder toot end of Jan. Sounds good? Hopefully that's good enough. Sandbox says, Ezra, posted my idea into Discord. All right, here we go. Let's look at the Discord. Sounds really good, man. Ludwig says, thank you, thank you. That's great. It's all right. Always exciting to see how much people find things useful. I wish I could rotate this. There has to be a way to rotate image. You know what? I can do this. Thanks for the follow, Ludwig. Appreciate it. All right. Oh, geez. This is a big picture. Rotate. Is this rotate? Boom. Okay. Shoot. Rotate 90 degrees. Oh, gee. Can't gonna do this again. Here we are, rotate 90 degree. There you go. Oh my goodness. My computer is struggling with this. What? 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 Save me from my own self. There you go. Okay. Enter, right? We're good. How do I commit? Saved. Please. No, I thought this was going to be easy. Here, hold on. I'm just going to open in browser. Just going to save image as. Turns out this was going to be the best way to do this. Sandbox brainstorm. Excuse me. All right. Rotate. There it is. Okay. What is happening? Sandbox says, what is happening? Yeah, no, I have no idea. Is it readable? It might be. Here, okay, so we got dense junk, can be mined for scrap. Fertile soil, can be farmed for food. I love that. Does not run out. Yes, yes. Because we want it as simple as possible. Car, building. Barracks. Produces scrap when mining dense junk. Yeah. We're going to say some buildings are there. We're going to do some junk. Okay, cool. Drill. I love that. Example building. Barrack 50 scraps makes gunman, swordman, driller, farmer. Shooting range. 200 scrap makes sniper, machine gunner, pistol man. Training site makes builder, combat medic, engineer. Engineer makes turrets, mines, and bridge. I love that. Okay. So FD is food. SP is what? Farmbot farms food. Okay. Scrap. Okay, SP is scrap. Oh, I see. SCRAP. Okay. UI, we got the top for the thing. Okay, so I think that's a great idea. So let's make some stuff here. So we got the building breakdown, right? This is the city breakdown. I think we want to do now kind of like scrap piles, right? I think we want to make anytime a building gets destroyed, like enemy building gets destroyed too, I think that needs to be a scrap pile that you can farm. Yeah, that sounds good, right? So I think we're going to make some of that. So we're going to do some of this thing where it's just like scrap pile. Like so, maybe. I don't know if this looks like a scrap pile, but maybe. I don't know. Sandbox says the main balance with unlimited resources, their scarcity. Scarcity of what? How is it scarce if it's unlimited? If you have like 50 from blowing up buildings, it gets really easy to cheese economy. Oh, you wouldn't get 50. It's not, the scrap pile from building destruction shouldn't be unlimited. It should definitely go down, I think. And also these are not food. It's a scrap, right? So we got something like that. Let's say. Right? So we have something like this. We have the building. We have the scraps, kind of. I want to give a little bit of highlight here. There you go. Good enough. Okay, good enough. Okay, cool. Next up, we're gonna do some of these shadow thing. All right, we got some scraps here. This is not infinite. This is a limited one. We're gonna have limited scrap mine, right? Or unlimited scrap mine. R&B mine for scraps. Dense junk. Are there gonna be just piles of junks, do you think? Usually you'd get like 5 piles at the start of the game with more placed in the center to incentivize an early rush instead of slow econ build. Yeah, no, I was thinking like the junk pile would be the buildings that you, what do you call, you would salvage. Gosh, I really went around that word. Does not run out. Fertile soils. Not running out is tricky, isn't it? I guess, here. I think most of the land should be maybe a little bit like dry looking. Should be blue. No, that's too much. Maybe it should be snowy like that. Yeah, I think that's the default color, honestly. Like so. Yeah, I think so. I think that's right. Here. So the lands are just kind of bright in general. Let's do that. And then we're going to put thanks for the sub, Odrek. Sandbox says, gotta go. Good luck. Oh, thanks. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. Also, maybe mix in some white for some snow. Yeah, exactly. Working on that. I think we got that. I think we want Snowland to look more like... I suppose if we do that, we might have to really outline the... Oh my gosh, I found this like little gnat fly thing I'm trying to catch. Is annoying me. Mikori says, wait, so what you're working on right now? It's the WoW GameJam, the Godot GameJam, the freeze, RTS freeze thing. So I'm making the little art for that real quick. So we got the frozen lake thing. We got the snow thing. Field. We're going to need to make some... I think I might actually need to outline these so that it stands out better. For example, like this. I don't know if this is necessary or not, but I'm going to do it anyways. Because I think if I do this, I want it to stand out. Yeah. I don't want there to I don't want there to be any like ambiguity on what they are. Because I do want to use this as like a... you know what? It's okay, I think. Might be hard to see in some cases, but I think it works fine. I think this can be just kind of generally be this. Okay, cool. Maybe I don't even need this version. Just 3 versions of the scraps and buildings. We got the scraps pile, we got the building. I don't think they need an outline. Yeah, it's true. Chris says Godot Wild Jam 76. Indeed, that's what we're doing. I just joined it. Obviously, I'm joining late. That's why we're just saying we're gonna do it quickly, for the sake of content. A little exercise. Oh, I'm getting a little dark here. Oh, here, let me brighten myself up. Put up ISO a little bit now that the weather's getting a little bit darker. There you go. Here I am. Hi, Chris. Long time no see. I don't think they need an outline. Yeah, I agree. We're gonna get this going. Let's see. Okay, so we got the scraps. Fertile soil. What does fertile soil look like? I think, since we do have the snowfield here, that looks something like, we're gonna say, we'll do one of these things. We'll make the snowfield here. And snowfield will probably pitter off like this too. Right. This little snow. I think this would work. Hopefully that's enough. I don't know. Oops. It's gonna be repetitive a little bit, but I think it's okay. Maybe I don't do those like sprinkled in thing for the sake of simplicity. So I do that. So that would be the snow. We got the greens. And then greens would be the fertile soil, right? So mostly it's gonna be these white stuff, but then every now and then you would get the little green things, a patch of greens, right? And I guess I'm not going to worry too much about the boundaries, I think. All right, this is it, I think. We got the little upper level city. Fertile ground can be farmed? Maybe? Ooh, maybe we can have different versions of the snow. So we can have, you want to build around it. You want to melt the snow to make a fertile ground. I like that idea, actually, a lot. So we're going to do that. Let's get rid of the green real quick. Okay. We're getting rid of the green. We're gonna... I can't see. Obviously, I can't see very well because of many reasons. Maybe it needs to be like spotty everywhere. You know what? I don't even need boundaries. I'm just gonna make one example of the snow melting, and then call it a day. All right, we got the snow here like this. Yep, snow is melting. I guess that also means we're gonna have regular water too. So we have the normal fertile ground, which should be brighter than this. So it'll be like this, right? And then we're gonna have a normal water, which I guess will be slightly bluer. Like that. That means we're going to have to create melting water too. I don't know why you would want to melt water. Maybe fish. Oh, maybe that's how you want to do it. You got to melt the water to fish it. I love that, actually. Generic B is here. Hi, Generic. Says, oh, neat. I didn't know Godot Jam was every month. It's pretty frequent. It says Godot Wild Jam occurs on second Friday of every month for 9 days. I missed out on 6 of the 9 days, so I just figure I'm going to do a real quick one, so I'm not too worried about it. It doesn't have to be that amazing, I think. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a little progress here. So I don't need all 6 corners. I'm just going to convert it to whatever. Hold on. Hopefully I drew it on the right layer. Okay, I did. And then we're going to copy this real quick. Music has stopped, so I'm gonna have to turn on the music. We need more chill beats. Let's see. Not that. Christmas, no thank you. Let's see. Lo-fi study, maybe? Study session. Let's see how that works out. Good enough. All right, so we're melting. We're melting the ice. We're gonna have a little bit less. There you go. And then of course, it'll melt completely after that. Great. What else? Water. I suppose we can make it so that this also has a version where it's like melting away. I gotta move the cities here. I'm gonna move this down here. Okay. Oh, well. There you go. That's a little better. I think this one is not centered. There you go. I think that lines up okay. All right, next up. The ice starts to melt. It should look a little bit blockier, right? Because ice can be more blocky. And then maybe give it a little break. And breaks can be a little dark, I guess. So I'll do one of these things. Do one of these, and then we'll give it a little crack of the ice, which may look something like this. Like so. I don't know if the crack needs to be white. No, I think that's good enough, whatever. No need to overthink this too much, I think. There you go. A little puzzling. I think that's okay. And then the smaller version of this would be, I suppose, more blocky. I suppose they could start to separate. Separate. Like so. Boom. And then this one will float away a little bit. Now what we don't want to do is just do some art and then call it a day. Definitely need to finish, so we're gonna get around to it. I don't want to do too much, but just the basic pieces. So we got the ice, we got the water, we got the green, we got this. Few buildings, right? We need building and some structures. When I hear freeze, it reminds me of Frozen Wasteland game that I constantly get ads for. That's what I'm talking about. It's Frostpunk, I think. That one was really popular when it was coming out. I didn't buy it. A lot of people were buying it, I think. Frostpunk 2. There's 2 versions of it. But yeah, this game, this one right here, like you got to make like decisions and stuff like that. I mean, this is basically RTS. So I'm basically making Frostpunk, essentially. But yeah. Anyway, so we got the rubbles, natural rubbles that may be revealed by melting ice in some places. I guess we could have some sort of like buried snow. So snow with some structures in it. That's not quite normal. So you got to reveal these things. So for example, I could have something that's, I mean, it's completely white, so it's a little bit tricky to create a little shadow, but basically it needs to look something like there's something there, right? Where it seems like it's sticking out a little bit. And I don't know how I'm going to do that. I guess by just doing one of these things. I can just draw something like that. So for example, this one looks like there's like something hiding under. Sticking out a little bit, maybe. And you're like, oh, I wonder what's in there. And then you have to uncover it in order to get the treasure below. Oh, actually, this looks pretty good too. little shadowy, kind of like that's too dark. Maybe I need to transition this to this color. Yeah, I think this works a little bit. Looks like there's something hiding underneath, right? Maybe not quite, but you know, at the same time, it's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. The idea is that there's something to uncover, and it may be a pile, it may be a building, or I guess that could be a special ability. So, Mikori says, "Whiteout Survival. That's the game I meant. It's a mobile game. I've never seen that before." I see. Oh, I mean this is like a Frostpunk copy or Attack on the Titan, right? Yeah. This is completely a Frostpunk copy. The way it's like circular. Yeah, this is something to reveal. I think this is perfect, actually. How about this? We'll give it a little bit of shadow here. Yeah. Like that. Then maybe like so. I think this works okay. To indicate this is the actual ground level, and this is just kind of the shadow, right? And then this, I think, when you melt this, something like this may come up from it. Maybe I should make it a more of like a mound of icy stuff. Yeah, I think that works better, actually. Mound of icy stuff. Yeah, I think it needs to be a little bit more organic looking, honestly. Yeah, that looks better. And a little bit of shadow here. Okay, cool. I think that's what we're going for. Mound of icy stuff. You melt it, reveal one of these things. Here. This one will be tile map. Then we'll say tile map. Yeah. Okay, so melt it, reveal it, harvest it. Melt it, reveal it, and then harvest it. That's cool. I guess. I'm trying to think if there's any other reason to melt random plot. For fishing, and then for growing, right? So for field, for farm, I think we need something more structural, I think. I definitely need to do this. Okay, this is also part of the upper layer. Cool. Let's see, what else do we need? We got the ice, we got the reveal, farm, some buildings. We need some buildings here. So some construction buildings. I think, oh shoot, I lost the outline. When did I do that? Oh man, I removed the whites by mistake, I think. There you go. Okay, that's good enough now. All right, next up, I need some building constructions, right? So the few things I think I want to really focus on here is that you need scavengers, right? So scavengers are gonna probably look something like tile map, art resource palette. So let's write that down real quick. We're gonna have tile maps there. We're gonna create a new one. We'll say units. And I think I'm gonna just kind of write a script to start listing out what we want. And I'll just start stringing out. We got scavengers, which is like resource gatherers, right? A person that gathers resource, and then we can have flame thrower. I guess we can have people, like a bio. Scavenger, flamethrower, medic? I don't know if you need a medic. I suppose medic, yeah. Medic. And then mech can be something like flamethrower is good against ice. Scavenger is just normal unit. I think we want specialized, like specialized ice specialist type of thing, which I guess could be like kind of like how in Dune, you know, like those people in Arrakis. It is Arrakis, right? The Sand people. What are they called again? The Sand people in Dune? Fremen. Yeah, Fremen. You know how like Fremens are like affected by the spice and then they are adapted to the spice and they have like special abilities or whatever. So I think something like that, where like ice adepts maybe are part of the things. So we can say frost adepts could be made, perhaps. They can be trained. That could be fun. I don't know what they would do, but I think they will be effective against mechs. We're gonna have recon, which is just fast, light unit that can be equipped by whoever's in the car. And then we can, I guess recon is more like snowmobile, right? Snowmobile, which is recon. And then we can have drill, which is resource gathering, right? But it's also really effective against mechs and buildings. And then torch car, I guess. Torch tank, whatever that means. Okay. Buildings, which is not part of this, but I do want to plan this out. I think Sandbox's example kind of works still. If I open that up. Expand folders, open in file manager. So Sandbox suggested some build trees here. Farm bot, there's a farm bot. Okay, we do need a farm, don't we? I think some of these are great. Barracks for the farm. Okay, I think that makes sense. I think we're gonna have shelter. And then I suppose shelter is where people gather. I think you need people to build people. So you need enough food for people to gather, I think. Survivors, I suppose. Resources. Resources can be survivor, food, and scraps. think that's a good 3 resources here. Buildings can be, we got the shelter, which is survivor storage, survivor and food storage. I think that's where it needs to go. Scrap silo for gathering scraps. And then we can have training building? Would you just call that a barrack? I suppose so. Barrack. And then you build a mech center, right? Uh-huh. What else? What else? I think this is a good start here. Scavengers can fish, I think. What else? Well, scavengers can't melt, though. Engineers, right? Engineers. For building buildings, I think. That's way too much, right? I think we need to reduce it. We need the scavengers to be able to do everything, basically. Flamethrower for faster melting of the keps. Like, scavengers can prep lands, but it's not doing anything. Cool. I think that's good enough here. We're going to make some farmlands, I think. So 3 buildings are shelter, scrap silo, and barrack. So let's make that real quick. I don't know if the size needs to be different from this. I think so. I think it can be a little bigger. Let's see. So we can make shelter, which can be just one of these things, I think. What should this shelter look like? Should it look like this? I think so. Something like that. Might have to reconsider the size of it. Maybe like that. Let's make this a shelter. Let's make it so that there's a little bit of snow cap on top, but mostly I think it should probably be warm color. Something like that. Put a little bit of highlight on top, right? Like so. And then some wireframes for the division here. I need to replace the colors. There you go. So this is going to do that. And this is going to be just band, dark color. Boop. All right, and then clean up. Then delete that real quick. Gonna have to do a little thing like that, indicating it's opening into shelter inside. I think maybe it needs to have a warm light inside. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Alright, that's good enough, I think. There you go. Boom. Yeah, mean, that looks shelter-y. Shelter-ish. It's believable to someone. And then maybe... There you go. I think it's good enough. Then I'll do this. Probably just darken this out completely. There you go. This is a shelter. It looks simple, but I'm hoping, I'm hoping that once I put kind of like an overall mood lighting onto the game, it's gonna look a little bit more acceptable. All right. I mean, to be fair, we're going from ideation to execution real quickly here. So if we are missing a step or two, I think I'm willing to forgive myself. Because at the end of the day, we want to just finish, I think. Not even worried about making a great game. Alright, let's make some greeneries here for the shadow. I think this works great. Wonderful. Shelter. What else? We got the shelter. We got scrap silo. I don't know if the building construction should take a long time or not. I know the art style is exchanging. This and this is completely different. That might be the only issue. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's okay. Scrap silo. We're going to say scrap silo probably looks something like... You know what? I'm going to make a small version of this. I feel like it needs to fit the style. I thought I was going to be okay with just kind of like hand waving it. I don't feel okay. I'm going to... Let's see. It's facing forward, so I'm going to do that style now. It's... I was asking too much of myself to be okay with it. I can't be. I thought I was okay with just kind of non-consistent style, but I'm too much of a... I'm not a perfectionist, I don't think. But I am also not a... not perfectionist. I don't know what to call it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna just do a little bit of this. This orange color actually might benefit here as a shadow, honestly. Just gonna go down like this. I'm gonna put actually like this here, and this will probably do one of these things. There you go. I think this looks pretty good. Only thing is this little boundary is a little bit too much. So I'm gonna do this. That looks okay. Might have to use the orange here instead. Then have it do this. And then I think the green bottom is not bad actually. I'm gonna just do that here. There you go. I have to do one more. Like so. First Superman says, do you use normal maps? Not for my games typically. I actually don't like how normal maps look on 2D games. It really depends on how well you do it. I know, but I really don't like normal maps. A lot of the times the way it executes doesn't look that good to me. Big Mama Burrito and Small Baby Burrito. Yeah, exactly. It's a burrito shelter, you see. Oops. What the heck is this? Whoa, this is a new... What did I just do? Look at this tile. That is not what I meant to do, but that is a cool feature that I didn't know existed on Aseprite. But yeah. Now I'll tell you why though. So for example, if I have like, let's say if I have a character, right? Fruit Superman. I mean, it's really delicate process. So for example, if I have a character like this, whatever, I don't know, doesn't matter. Because in a pixel art, you only have so much pixel to normalize, right? A lot of people, what they end up doing is that they put the top, they make it so that they normalize the edges, right? So meaning these edges are pointing this way, these edges are pointing that way, and this is pointing this way. So what you end up getting, so for example, if the light source is over here, you get something like this, right? You get something like this, I think. I guess this was a little bit too dark, so let me do something like that. I'll do this, and then I'll put shadow down here. And you probably could already see the problem with this. This doesn't look 3D. This actually looks like you got a piece of paper standout, like cut out. It looks like a character has been drawn, cut out, and then now it's standing. So it still looks flat, but then it looks two-dimensional flap, you know? So it's like, it makes it look like it's just kind of like Paper Mario situation, as opposed to actually being something. That's why I don't like using normal maps generally on 2D games unless like it's high definition pixel. I mean, some people might not be bothered by that, but I can't unsee it. That's my problem, unfortunately. All right, we got the burrito, scrap silo. We're gonna say scrap silos are more like, I suppose it should be like one of these things, like so. Something like that, I think. So it looks like a little garage. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I guess I could put some snow on top, like so. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that doesn't look half bad, honestly. Does that look too much? I don't know. Maybe I don't need it. I'm not going to worry about the texturing here too much. I feel like that's way too much work for me to worry about. Thanks for the raid. Wow, 29. Just Covino. Hey, Covino, long time no see. I was like, oh, I wonder who's following me now. Oh, thanks for the raid. Knock indeed. I got knocked out. Knocked out. That's what's happening. All right, shout out to Covino, right? Mikori, if you could do that. Thank you. Frost the Angel. Oh, Coolio. Thanks for the follow. Forrester, thanks for the follow. It's been a while. Covino wants to get into a hot tub with you. I know. We're making it work. But where we're going to meet, though, you know? Are we going to do it in LA? We're going to do it here in Seattle. We should do it somewhere warm. That would actually be a funny stream, though. We should do it. We totally should do a developer hot tub stream where we literally... I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to make games in the hot tub. Thanks, everyone, for the raid. This is great. Just Covino says, lol, the lack of energy, then immediate energy. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, what's going on here? Thanks for the follow. Great. Texas? It needs to be on neutral ground. It does. Mean in Texas. Okay. Covino says, I'm working on my hot tub bod. Exactly. Now that I'm completely moved, and now that I am ready to stream more, I'm going to work on my... thanks for the hydrate. Oh, little secret. Look, So I just did a move here, real quick. I am a game developer. I have a YouTube channel. Blah 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 blah. All that stuff, all that good stuff. You know what the deal is. But more importantly, I've been trolling my. I've been not trolling, but like, I moved, so I have a new streamer setup. Look at that beautiful room, right? The problem is that I just moved, and then now we're gonna have some guests over, which means that I need to keep the main area, living room clean. Living room clean. So I decided to use my stream room as a storage room, but of course I can't have that and stream at the same time. So here's a little secret. Huh? Stream room is a lie. It's a lie. It doesn't exist. I recorded it. I recorded my background when it was clean, and then I just decided to put the green screen over it. So, yeah. Look at that. Ta-da! Oh, man. I'm never going to get tired of this bit. I don't know. But eventually, once I become more streamer, as in I put more streamer interaction thing in it, hopefully, I'll be able to have some sort of background control. That'll be fun. But yeah. Anyways, that is besides the point. Currently, right now, I mean, we have a game that we're working on, but I also want to make another devlog that I want to be silly with. So I decided that I found out there is a game jam going on every month called a... what is it? It's called Godot Wild Jam every month. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do a really quick, I'm just going to make not serious, just fun to play, visually pleasing video game to submit for the jam. So I decided to join today, which obviously is kind of short notice. I'm actually planning on finishing it today or tomorrow. I'm not going to do anything crazy, but the theme is freeze. Of course, we did our... We love wheels here, so we rolled our little wheel of genre, and we got RTS. So we're making RTS noir freeze type situation. So we're working on our little game here. Basically, towns that are frozen over, civilization that's frozen over, and we're looking for scraps and such. Oh, a lot of chat here. Ooh, it looks amazing. Thanks, Covino. I mean, I am satisfied with the how the background came out to be, but I had to quickly hide it away with my green screen because it's slowly getting overpopulated. J Frost Forrester is like, nice, my mind is blown. Jessica Covino says. Savage Lore Severus says, what sorcery is this? It's magic. See? Now you can have, now little tip. You can just buy a green screen, pre-record your background, play it over your work chats or whatever, so you can get on your school video cam or remotely work while having some other stuff in the background. Very clean. Savage Lord Severus says, I need that for when Jenna comes into my office. Who is Jenna? But I get the idea. No, it's tidy. Look, it is tidy, but I'm anticipating for it to look worse. It's funny because right now, only difference is that this is a PM recording, so it's darker than it should be. My face is a lot brighter than the background, but because of the lighting, you can't really tell. But yeah, Espresso Cat, thanks for the follow as well. Let's see. Origami Bro Gaming says, man, fixing vertices is a pain. I never fix vertices. Jay Forrester says, okay, now show coding skills. Make game in 10 minutes. Go. Oh my gosh. The pressure. No. None of that. Let me draw a little bit, and then we're going to make game in a bit. We're trying to make a RTS game, so there's going to be plenty of coding. But I do want it to be as simple as possible. As in, I don't want to do too much. You know, I'll have you know, my whole shtick that got me popular on YouTube is the fact that I did the video that was like Oh, 10 years after working at Amazon and Google, I'm tired of it. I'm gonna be a game developer. Wah. Um, that's the video that got me going. So, according to some people, they might say, "Oh, that means you know how to code." But I would say, I don't know how to code. I only know how to code in that environment, in the company environment, very specifically. But yeah. Anyway, so we're here, trying to make some games, as we do. This is gonna be the silo. I suppose I kind of want this dark as well, honestly. Let's see. Kind of looks okay. Maybe I need to cut this out like this. Cut the light out. That's okay, I think. I'm gonna just make a streaks of lights or lines. Maybe a little darker line here. Boop, boop, like that. Yeah, good enough. Storage-ish. Looks like a building, right? It looks like a building, it quacks like a building, must be a building. Maybe I do put in some like brighter door though, because maybe it's metallic. Harder frame like this. Nah, I don't like it as much. Good enough. Okay, this is storage. What else? We need scrap silo. We need barrack. Low-key, this kind of looks like a barrack than a shelter. I think the training ground should be something else. Jay Forrester says, okay, I'm staying until you finish. Well, we'll see. I don't know. How long do you think... Are we putting bets in here? How long do you think it'll take to actually finish an RTS game that is playable for Jam Submission? Bare minimum. Bare minimum. Though I guess for sound effects, I might have to just use free sounds, huh? Okay. What does barrack look like? I mean, this looks like a barrack, doesn't it? Should shelter look like something else? I feel like the shelter should look something like somewhat different, actually. Maybe I should make the shelter more like tents. Right? This looks like a barrack, doesn't it? 2 days. Oh, that's a good bet. That's probably a good idea. I mean, I think 2 days is probably generous. Let's see. Soldiers be coming out of something. I don't know. This does look like a barrack. I think I might have to redo the shelter. I guess the shelter... You know what? I'm not going to think too much about it. I'm going to just make a mechanical center here. Heavily influenced by factory. I need a factory. Or, I don't know if everybody's that old. Maybe lower here. Like so. And maybe this could be something like that. I have this line here that goes down, and then this will be just like a garage door. Something like that, right? So that's going to be somewhat of a metallic color here. A little bit of dark lines here. I think that works, actually, surprisingly. And then I'll put one more line here like that to close it out. Let's see. We're going for these warm colors for player buildings, player structures. So I think we're going to keep going with that theme here. And then this one, the brightest. We'll do that. I don't think I need to actually do the coloring here. And then this one, the slanted color, I think, needs to be a little bit darker. Like so. And then the back side, I'm not really sure if I'm going to do it that way. I think that's good. Good enough. Let's see. I'm gonna make this border different colors. A little bit too intense. So I'm gonna lower that out. Maybe this one gets a little darker here too. There it is. I think that's okay. Like that. Yeah. Okay. I think that's good enough. Maybe I'll just do it like this. No. This is good. And then I'll put a shadow at the bottom. And then greenery for greens that are surrounding the building to give it a sense of depth. Let's say that's a factory. Who cares, right? If it is real or not. Jay Forrester says, if you're Covino, 2 years. Oops. Wow. Shades of Throne. All right, so barrack, storage, or scrap silo, and we got the mech center. Honestly, this should be a shelter, I think. This looks more like a shelter. I think the silo needs to be different. I think it needs to be like a dumpster, right? It needs to be like a pit. Yeah, I think it needs to be a pit, actually. Pit that gets filled up. Yeah, I think that's better. So like, for example, here. So the brightest part would be this, I think. And then the shadows would be like this. And this part might be the darkest. Something like that, I think. Does that look like a pit? I think it does, but here. How about I make a little approaching lane here? This would be the lane. We got a pit here. Maybe it can be a little bit darker. And then we can do one of these things. I'm not sure if I'm convinced. No, I think this is okay actually. Something like that. Should this be darker though? Yeah, I think that might be better. Kind of looks like a pit. Maybe the borderline doesn't have to be colored in like that. Maybe that's better. Is that better? I think so. All right, so and then we got the outer layer here, which is to say these are outside. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And then this one, I think we're gonna say this is slanting down. So I think we can, whatever. I mean, that's too much, I think. So let's say this is a scrap silo. Oops. And that means I want different versions of it, actually. Do I want different versions? I guess I could just draw the scraps in here, huh? Chris says, only missing round silo with open top. Yeah. Are we talking about these silos? You know, that used to be my go-to build. Back in Red Alert days, right? You gotta build the silos. I mean, this works too, yeah, sure. And we can be like... right? Something like that? With the where it's like a domey. Bottom needs to be darker than the top, I think. I think the bottom is supposed to be the brightest part because it's flat and then the light comes through. Maybe you do need a shadow that goes like this. Like a shadow goes like that. Maybe like this. I think. You know what? I mean, that's too much. Like, I see it with my eyes that it does look like a pit. But you know what? Let's do a round silo, shall we? Because that's what we're used to as people. Let's make a round silo. So we'll say... we'll do something like that. Jay Forrester says, yeah, cause light goes in and shadow casts in, right. Yeah, exactly. The flat part with an opening would be the brightest. Yeah. because in a grand scheme of sunlight. But while it makes sense, I don't think it's the best object to choose to try and draw. So we're gonna have some of these things. This silo, I think, is slightly domed, is the goal, I think. So we'll have this. That means the darkest part, the brightest part is actually this right here. And then this is just gonna be like that, which means I'll put this in here. This goes like that. Boom. I think. Oops. I think this is better actually. And then the rest will look something like that. And then we'll do the bright border line per our favorite pixel artists. Always do these, right? Now I'll do the dark border here. And then I'm gonna say, you know, for the sake of I don't know what that would be. I mean, technically this should be like this, but you know what? Not gonna complicate this too much. Say this is the silo. There you go. Good enough. Good enough. Does it make sense? No. Can you get used to it? I'm sure you can. Right? There you go. Silo! Woo! Okay, so we got shelter, barrack, factory, silo. As long as we can distinguish them, that's all that matters, right? Jay Forrester says, I think highlights, midtone, and shadows. You are missing midtone on silo. Midtone is perhaps missing. I don't like the bending effect. You know, like in art, you can get, in pixel art especially, you can get a bending. One thing you could do, yeah. So if I do say this is the thing, the midtone should be on the transition rather than on the bulk of it. Transition happens quickly, I do believe. But I gotta also make sure I do a lot of like grouping so that it doesn't I need it to spay out. Gotta be careful here. Otherwise you can get into this. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this real quick. Alright, I'm gonna I have to step away for a little bit. I'll be back. Am I here? There you go. All right. Let's see. I think we're here. Obviously, I think we definitely need some sort of like construction build, right? So that's something I need to draw here. So I would say, boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna have to make it look kind of like grid-like, I guess, in some ways. But there's only so many pixels to work with, so that's the hard part here. So we'll do that. And then I suppose maybe there should be a grid version of each one of these constructions. So like here I would say, oops, I should probably do this. I'm gonna highlight here, W, and then subtract from selection the frames. Delete. Kind of, right? And so instead of this, you would get like that. Something like that, I think. And that becomes that. This one will get one of these things. I think, I don't know. I think it needs to be see-through though. I mean, there's probably a better way to make it look more wireframey. But we're working with limited pixels, so it's a little bit tough here. We'll do that. And then we'll have boop, boop. Too low. Actually, weird. There you go. And then we'll say this follows some sort of like that, maybe? Okay. I think that works. Yeah. Okay, so this is a construction progress. And then we have construction, we have the base building, and then construction progress. Cool. I think that's good enough. All right. Now we got that. Let's say we make some people, shall we? So we're going to have this as a tile map. We already have constructed things here. Melt, 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 blah, blah, blah. We're going to make scavengers, which I guess, I don't know if it should be 16 by 16. Let me just draw it on this and see if I can make it make sense. All right. So on top of this, I think the people could look something like this. That's really tiny. There's really no information here. Now we animate, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna animate all the pixels, every single pixel. No, unfortunately, I don't think I can do that. Anyways, let me hold on. Let me try to draw on top of this real quick, to see what they look like. I mean, it doesn't have to actually make sense size-wise. It can be as big as a building, you know. Like, who said? Who said it has to make sense? You know what I mean? Nobody. Okay, that's a little bit too much though. I feel like I need to do one of these things. I need to do one of these like minimal information people thing. Like that. Yeah. Little Among Us figures. They're actual units. Yeah, literally. They are the unit. Ah, man. I might have to make him a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's say that's what scavengers look like. And I think I can make it animate, actually. I don't think it's that difficult. So, for example, this would be... whoa. So, I think this would be the scale. I don't know what's going on here. Oh. Excuse me. That soda is making me guess. So, for example, if we have this, right? The walk cycle looks something like... like that. This comes out. This goes in. Duplicate cell. Okay. This frame needs to go to the middle. And then this needs to go here. And then all we need to do here now is when we do this, we bob up. We go boop, boop. Exactly. Wait, hold on. Did we not do opposite? Oh, whoops. There you go. There you go. Hold on. Actually, I need to do opposite bobbing. Yeah. No. You're right. You guys are right. Yeah, look. Hey, look, if it goes fast, you wouldn't know. You would have noticed. Oh no, I'm trapped now. I said I'm gonna make 16 by 16 tile map. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna make the buildings the same size. And then I came to unit, I'm like, oh. Whoops. Yeah. Lower FPS probably will help. Let's say it's a little bit longer. How about 400? Oh, that's a little too much. 200. 150 more like. There you go. It's something, that's for sure. Okay. All right. Ooh, golden hour out here. I'm gonna have to increase my ISO again. It's getting... Here you go. We got a little bit of golden hour here going. Yeah. Attack animation is gonna be a pain in the butt for sure. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do here. Boy. Nut your business. That's funny. Well, Now, do I make a side animation or do I just say this is just how they're gonna walk? Hey Foha. Hey Ezra, good to see you're still doing your thing. I made a really terrible mashup recently. Oh, I love that. What kind of mashup? Like the mashup of music, mashup of game? Alright, well, while that's being answered, let's say that's a scavenger. We're gonna make probably a flame thrower, which I guess would be exactly the same, except they have a tank on their back. Like so. Right? Is that gonna work? Here, we'll give it a little. Does it look like it's carrying a little tank strap? We're gonna copy this real quick. There you go. Wow, we're really going for that minimal art style. There you go. That's a flamethrower. Excuse me. Jay Forrester says, side animation can be just side profile. Foha says, music. I shared it in Discord if you're morbidly curious. I am curious. I don't think it's morbid. I think it's a very well... Wait, what is this? Is this a remix? I see, it's a sampling, okay. I think since this sources multiple music sources, I don't have rights to. Yeah, that's mashup. Oh, I see. Hey, I like it. It's kind of bumping, actually. Oh, hey, Sandbox also shares some card game stuff. Wow, a lot of ideas. Wow, complicated here. Looks pretty fun. Just from the looks of it, at least. I'll have to listen to it later, but yeah, I definitely don't have rights to that. But yeah, no, Jay Forrester, you're right. I could make a side profile. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say this is a set loop section. This is a front walk, and we'll make sidewalk, which will be, as you said, thinner. So it starts from left foot, right? So it's like that. This is actually very hard. It goes up, so it needs to start higher, like that. Higher, down. Oh, oops, wrong one. Higher, down, right? And it's just this. I think it's just a repeat, like that. Maybe I do need the arm too. Do I need the arm? I don't know if the arm is a necessary. I think actually just having the leg is sufficient. And this one I think is gonna be more like this. Convincing? Why exactly are we limited to 6x4? I just feel like having drawn the buildings this big, um, people, I kind of pigeonhole myself into people being this big. But it's kind of fun in that way, I think. There you go. Well, in this game world, pixels are a limited resource. Yes, exactly. That is actually that would be a funny type of like resource game where you have to like farm pixels to become bigger. Like you become a bigger, more high definition version of yourself by farming pixels. Foha says this game is coming to an Apple Watch soon. Apple Watch has a lot more, what do you call resolution than this for sure. I'm gonna have to trim this though once I'm done. Set loop. It's gonna be sidewalk. I do wonder. I'm really kind of like putting myself into a little bit of a tricky situation with this. Yeah, I mean, I can already tell the one thing that's gonna really mess with me a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Sidewalk, front walk. I mean, at least it kind of does look like it's walking, surprisingly enough. What else do we have? We have medic. Do I really want that? I mean, I guess. Foha Tensho says, Game & Watch Remastered. Yeah, exactly. Jay Forrester says, starting from 1 pixel 2D to 4K 3D game. It would be fun, actually. Yeah, that could be really fun. It needs to be part of the mechanics, though, somehow. Like, wait. Oh, my gosh. You see this orange light now? Because there's a huge light that's reflecting off of, like, the green screen. So the illusion is breaking now because the green screen right now is receiving a lot of golden light. So, all right, hold on. Let me try to get rid of the filter. I want to see if I can fix this. Look how bright it is. I'm gonna turn off my lantern. There you go. Maybe this will make it better. That filter. Hold on. I guess I could just close the. I don't know. I kind of like the lighting, but I can't change the background color to match it. Maybe I just close it. There you go. I think that's better. I'll just increase the light here. There you go. Now we're nighttime. Perfect. That's where we are. Green screen actually showing on the right lamp at the bottom. I saw it when I came here. Oh, I see. I had the lamp right here. I turned it on. I guess I should still turn it on. Gotta make sure that the green screen gets the sufficient lighting. There you go. The illusion has not been broken completely. We're still tricking somebody, I think. Let's see. All right. Medic. I think medic should be just different color, right? We'll just scavenger. We'll just say, I guess medic should just be white version of it, right? I'll just give medic a white hat or a white shoulder. Like that. Anyways. Okay, well, more importantly, wait, I can't do that, right? I feel like I need to give color to player. Now I think about it. I need to reserve the color white, like actual color white, for part of the body that needs to be colored based on the team. Yeah, I need to do that actually. So that the players can... I can modulate the white to give different team color. So we actually need to do that part white. So actually the medic just needs to look completely different. So we'll figure that out. How, I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so we got the scavenger walking. I think we need a attack action. So let's say front walk. How about... Oh, we actually need a top walk. Can I do that? Paste. Then just copy it here. There you go. Sidewalk will be up to 8. And we definitely want this to be the... What do you call? Front, back walk. So that means it's probably the same, except it's probably gonna have like hair there because of the hat. And then the flamethrower for this one, needs to go on top. Flame top. Like so. It's covering the whole body. That's not exactly what I wanted to do, but... You know what? Actually, that might be okay. Very clear. Can't mistake it for any other unit. There you go. Maybe it can be shorter. Like that. Continuity? Never heard of her. You know what? I'm gonna don't add at me. Good enough, right, guys? Like, who are we kidding? I really put myself in the corner with this, but I'd rather work with 6 pixels than 32. Jay Forrester says, make him have a red cross floating above head for medic. Okay, I think that's a great idea. Oh man, this is gonna be a tricky situation here, but it's okay. We got the back walk, we got the front walk. Yeah. Yeah. Looking good. You know, honestly, even though it makes absolutely no sense from here to here positionally, it doesn't look half bad. Like, it doesn't look unconvincing. I guess it's because you could imagine if the backpack is coming closer to us, it would be lower positionally. I guess we got lucky on that. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, why did I decide to do this? I'm starting to regret. I'm starting to regret my decision to do this, honestly. So, it was fun until now. I'm like, oh, okay, I see the exponential growth of things to make. Love it. Okay, so we got this flamethrower medic. I suppose we need a little bit of animation for that too, huh? So for example, we got the front walk, side walk, back walk. We need the scavenger working, right? Action animation. I suppose the action animation, if you stop, would be something like some sort of movement, right? So we'll do I gotta be careful with this leg and arm shape. I'm using white because of so that I can do self-modulate on them. Hold on. We're gonna do that. I gotta really be careful with these shapes though. Lovely. This is action. What is this? Oh man, I was just spitting on myself here. McCory says, that's starting to look like something. Hey, incredible. Welcome back. Hi. Long time no see. This is some sort of action. Yeah. Okay. Great. I love it. Kung Fu Master. Yeah. Something. It's something. All right. Let's actually make a game now. We're gonna have a main here probably. There's a new tile map stuff, right? Tile map layer. That's a new one. All right. Let's say this is the background tiles, and then I believe I can just do new tile set. Is that a thing? Tile set. We're gonna add Atlas, probably this thing right here. Yes. I guess project has to be really big or small. I mean, let's say I can do it here, I guess. 1920 divided by 2. 1080 divided by 2. Maybe we can do half that. Something like that. Probably. Windowed instead of windowed, we'll do maximized. And orientation, scale mode, blah, blah, blah. Give us item. All right. So we can draw some stuff here. I think. Tile shape square, 16 by 16, blah, blah, blah. Tile map here. So I believe we can just draw it now. We're not going to worry about the collisions for now, for the time being. I'm just going to worry about filling the screen here, okay? So, rect. So we got this. Yeah. You know what? For the sake of this game, I'm not going to even worry about scrolling. Screen scrolling? Forget that. We'll work on that later. All right? So we're going to have probably something. Let's see. About the eraser. Oh, that needs to be top layer too. Also, I need to do render. Filter. Texture filter is nearest. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. I suppose I need to do 2 layers. Background tile. And call this middle tile. And that's going to also probably quick load. I suppose I should save the tile set here. Can I save this? Save it. And then we'll load that in. Instead of creating a new one here. Then we'll put this on top. Alright, so we're going to have some lake here, probably. Boop. Nothing complicated. Only square shapes allowed. Because that's all I drew. Only square shapes are allowed because that's all I created. Not because we're lazy. Or whatever. Because that's all we need. Alright? Everyone, relax. Alright, we're gonna say, classic Big Game Hunter style. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Big Game Hunter, the map. But basically, we should probably have an area. Alright, hold on. We'll have 2 areas. We'll have this corner, and then the one main area. Incredible said, I just finished another game. Shared it on the showcase channel. Have a go when you can. Of course, I'll do that. In between things, for sure. I'm gonna say background tile for this one. Let's do water first. So we're gonna say this corner is a little player area. So we'll do water surrounding it. And then like that. Right? And then maybe this corner right here. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. We'll direct here. Water, a little bit more water here. Common area here. And then we'll have water here. Like so, I think. I feel like the player's got more area to work with. A little unfair. I think. Yeah, a little bit more. Whoops, not the eraser. Like so. Maybe we'll do one more here. I mean, this is what I want, but like there's expansion here. Maybe there's a back road. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit too crazy here now. Narrow back road, but then maybe that's like blocked by rocks or something. All right, good enough. Second layer. We're gonna erase everything here. I guess the only thing is like people could just cross the water, so there is no such thing as like back road. Yeah, I'll have to think about that balance later. Yeah, incredible. Don't worry, I'll get around to it eventually. So this one, I guess that means I want to make sure. Some of these are like this. Like that. I guess. I suppose that also means... Oh, what if you can freeze things with ice tech? That's the purpose. Okay. So we'll cut this off here. But obviously that means... Yeah. I think that could be really interesting, actually. I'll give them some ideas there. Oh, that's going to be completely water. This is going to be completely frozen, I think. I'm going to say this is completely frozen. To make it interesting. So they're going to be sharing this fish pool. And then you have to make your own resource for these, I think. Yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. Yeah. Maybe I'll just put down little drops of ice as a hint. You know what? I'm gonna make it completely... Yeah, this means I think you won't be able to walk through these type of ice. Yeah, I think that's good. So I'm blocking the fishing, but also blocking the walkway. And I'll give it a little icy field here. Or something like that, you know? You know what? I'm not going to worry about this. I'm just going to do this like this. There you go. And then this is completely... There you go. The hint is that this is like completely frozen over. So you just need to freeze this to access this bridge, land bridge, so to speak. Yeah, look at that. Love it. So we have this situation going. Let's see what it looks like. In full screen. Yeah, I think this works. So we'll be able to see the enemy here. I'm over here. Player goes blah, 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 blah. Perfect. Great. Background tiles here, but also a middle tile should have snow entirely covering everything. All of these things. Yep. Like that. And then I suppose we should use one of these things here. Yeah, that's fine. This will go here. I don't think there's anything else that feels strange here. Unless I do a little patch thing. Oh, this is green. I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Water. There you go. Background tile this. Okay. I did this by mistake here. This needs to be frozen over. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, so this is what's underneath. Middle layer hides a lot of these things. And then maybe I'll have one dry patch. So we'll have on the middle layer, we'll remove a single tile or little four square on the corner and call it that. Right? Like so. No. I think it should just be deleted. I think it should just be like this, actually. And then draw a little snow. Oops. Draw a little snow here. There you go. Perfect. I think that would be a good starting point. I think this map works. It has the basic idea of what strategy is. All right, we have this now. We have this. We're gonna say, I think we were saying the scavengers can build because we got the scavenger here. So first thing is that you need to build farm. Oh. Excuse me. I think you need actually torch. I guess I also need to create the map here. So we have this middle ground, and then we're gonna have top layer, tile map layer on top of each other. Gonna have top layer, which uses the same tile set. And we're gonna have some frozen over towns here. Somewhere, I guess. Tile map. Draw some frozen over towns here. Like that. I mean, mirror map is not the best thing to do, I guess. But let's see, what does this mean? There's a lot of scraps. You need to go here. You need to expand here. You can strategically think about early rushes. There's a surprise rush. Like that, I guess. Guess I can make it so that this is all green. No, I think there's a lot of scraps here. I think that's enough, actually. I think that's good. And then I gotta give them resource as well. Oops. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna delete this. 2, 3. I think this is good. I realized I was giving more room to the player here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I might have to expand this by one more unit onto the side here. So I'm gonna have to do middle tile. Probably. Maybe kind of middle amount of melt. Over into here, actually. Semi-melted here, semi-melted here. I mean, I don't want mirror matches as much as I can, but, you know, sometimes you kind of need a mirror match. Let's see. Okay. What else? I think this is probably good. Uh-huh. Block. Oh, yeah. I gotta redraw this part. So that's fair. Top side. I need to move this. This thing. Doing one of these. Draw 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's not. It can't be a mirror match. I see. Oh well, it's okay. We do that. Background tile here. Make this a water. Water, water, water. Water here. Top. To delete this real quick. I don't know. It'll be interesting if they have different advantages depending on which side you're landing on. That could make it really fun. No? I think so, but I think for now I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to draw 2, 3, 4 like that. I think this is pretty good. There you go. Middle map. Erase. Should be probably just white snow here. 1, 2, 3. I need the melted version here. There you go. Cool. Yeah. Yes. I think this doesn't look too crazy, as long as it's understandable. Okay, cool. All right. Nice. I got everything going here. Now we're gonna start with a scavenger. So we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna say export or export sprite sheet output as scavenger, and we'll do all of this is perfect. So we'll do that. And so now I gotta think about this. We're gonna build a unit. The UI is kind of important, so we're gonna create canvas layer. It's gonna go UI. And I think first thing is that I need to be able to see the, what do you call? I need to be able to see how much resource I have of what. So that's what we are gonna have to do here. I guess I should update the title here to be like making RTS something. So okay, last minute game jam. Making a frozen. No, what should I call it? Making RTS. Godot Jam. GameJam. Making RTS. The frozen future. Cork and chat. Done. All right. I guess I should update it on the YouTube as well. Update. Oops, I shouldn't do this here, probably. You keep some information secret. Can't reveal everything. Could I? Interesting. Live. edit. Boom, save. Updated. Okay, it's not looking half bad so far. Now, one thing that I do want to do before I move on is I'm gonna do canvas modulate here. And I believe I could just do one of these. As a frozen future, I think I want it to look something like this, right? A little bit purpler. A little bit more like that. Darker. And then we will do light 2D somewhere here. Directional light, point light 2D. For example, if we do point light here, I think it could look nice. View texture, we need a simple light texture actually. New camera texture, animated gradient texture. I guess we could do gradient texture. And I wonder if we can do circular gradient actually. Curve texture, image texture. You know what? I'm just gonna create a quick circular gradient. Right? A little bit feathery gradient. It's 16 by 16, so I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? I think it can be like 64 by 64 gradient circle. Make gradient here. Circle. And then like that, yeah. So it'll go from, I guess it'll go from black, I believe, or yeah, to white. Other way around, right? Let me see. If I do gradient 2D here, black is considered dark. Okay. Yeah, I think this is correct actually. And then I'll just move this a little bit. Oops. Yeah. Like so. And this can be just black here. Update the color to black. I think that should work. Say this is point light. Save as point light. PNG. Then I save it on my jam folder. I'll just say this is a new folder called light. Then I'll say point light texture. And I can just use that texture instead. Like that. Yeah. Like so. Then I guess I could just put a little bit of light. Probably something that's opposite from this. So like more like warm light. Right? Can I just change the size of this? Like that. Yeah. I can do different types of it. Maybe I should actually just make it straight up black. Bright. More energy. Let's do 1.1, 2. Mix, subtract, add. There it is. I wonder if I can make it a little bit more. Range. Shadow. I wonder if it just needs to be bigger. Transform. I want to see what the scale does. There it is. It's very pixelated art. though. I think I'm gonna make a smoother one because it's already pixelated. Here, I'm gonna do a high, let's do 1080 by 1080 point light. Gradient. And I think I wanted to have the lighter center more. Like, I wanted to transition from light to dark fast, but I wanted to have a thicker light section. So I might do that. Right? Then I would say it should look something like this. So that it actually reveals more. Like that. So let's crop this out. Like that. Crop. And then I'll save this as point light, actually. Yes. Oh, it's already open. So let's say this is a point light number 2. PNG point light 2. Yeah. Ta-da. I'm gonna do this right here. Boom. Oh, really bright. Everything is revealed. So this is, I think we're gonna reset to 1 here. Scale is still 1. I do want to make it smaller, actually. Now we want to make it smaller. So we'll try to lower the size of it. Like so. Now that looks much better. And then we'll make it... Now we can add a little bit more color, I think. A little bit more energy. Yeah. Let's see if... This is good. Okay. We can have a bunch of these now. That can look something like that. There's some mood light here and there. How does that look? Doesn't look half bad. Okay, cool. And I'll say probably put more in there, just a few more that are less intense. Just general feeling of there you go. This one can have even lower intensity, I think 6. This could have 0.67. There you go. Looks nice and moody, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, we learned something before. What we learned is that it looks much better. If we put a CRT filter on this. So let's put that bad boy on here. Full rect. I do believe my CRT filter is on that other project, so we're going to open a new one. We're going to bring the CRT filter over. Because first thing first, you want this to look as polished as possible from the beginning, right? We learned that any indie game looks 100 times better as soon as a CRT filter goes on. So, and I cannot not do it. I'm gonna take as much shortcut as possible to make things look good, you know. That's where we're at. All right. Come on, CRT filter. There it is. Okay. And the rule said there's a minimal amount of reusage that I can repurpose, so at least it's not too crazy. So we have CRT filter here. I think I can just simply copy and paste here. Hopefully it'll copy all the, what do you call, code and everything too. We're gonna paste that in here. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, so I think I need to actually just copy over the material actually. So I'm gonna quickly save this, save as. It's gonna be CRT material, and I'm gonna put it over on my other project, which is on desktop here. So I think I'm gonna go there. If it will let me go, it won't let me save it on other things. So I'll just put it in. I'll just put it in the SFX here real quick. Saved it, and then I'm gonna bring it over now. Oh, there you go. The green screen is suffering. I'll just go over to my project, OneDrive, Documents, Strawberry, SFX, and then date modified, I guess. CRT material, not cut, copy. Right? That is copy, right? Copy. Thanks for the sub, Jacob. Of course. We're gonna say this has to be, I think, lighting. Rename this to lighting real quick. Rename light, and then we're gonna do screen filter. Screen filter. And I'll put that over here. Copy. Open on file manager. We'll just put that right there. We got the material now. It'll reload. Over here, I'm just gonna have to get my material. By the way, this material I got from Godot shader thing, so it should be pretty simple. It doesn't like it. Why? Oh, because it probably can't find a script. Not only the material, I need the script as well. Well, let's see if I can copy that around. Godot engine. I think I can just go to the directory for it and find the material for it. Where is it? That's the real question. Asset, delivery, crew, debugger. I think it should be under game UI. Shader. Maybe it's out here. Ah, CRT shader. Copy. Paste. There's no paste here. I'm gonna open this in file manager. Paste. There you go. CRT shader. Now we're gonna load the shader in. Bam. Ooh. There you go. All right. Parameters here. Resolution. We're gonna update the resolution to match the window resolution. 480/270. 480/270. We're gonna say warp. Noise, 0 noise. Interference, probably default, maybe a little less. Grill, I don't want any grills, honestly. And then vignette, a little bit like that. Roll, I think that's okay. I think everything else is okay. Let's see what that looks like on this screen, shall we? Okay, this doesn't look that bad. There's a little bit of warp here, vignettes here. I do want it to be slightly brighter, I have to say. I wonder if I can make the pixel strength. Is that it? Yes, scanline strength. A little bit less. So by default, this -8, so I'll do -6. Maybe a little bit stronger. -3. That's good. This part is really bright. I'm gonna have to reduce some of this actually to get the details out. And then what? The rolling, I think the rolling might need to be less. Aberration. I mean, this doesn't look too bad. I think the noise makes it worse, so I definitely don't want noise. I'll get rid of the warp. Maybe less scan lines would help. Here, let me restart. Okay, I think this looks a little bit better. I can see things better. This also means I think I want my actual light to be a little bit more intense, so things can look better, like it can show better. There you go. That looks better. Look, it looks like a real game now. Wow. Before it was just like, ew, pixel art looks really ugly. Now it's like intentional. It's like, yes, I did this on intention, like by on purpose. The only problem is that I noticed that the CRT filter doesn't work on the browser version of the game, so we'll have to figure that out. Maybe I need to do exe download instead. But look, they're looking good right now. Some of the ugly pixel art is now forgivable suddenly. Okay, so we got that. We got the graphic going. We're probably going to do something with the light. These lights are not permanent fixtures. I'm just doing this so that I can see what it would look like at the end of the day. What the pretty version of the, what do you call, light could look like. Let's see. I want lo-fi chill beats. Let's see if I can find different. Okay. All right, now with the lights set up, and I have a person, right? I have a scavenger unit here. So I'm going to create a unit here that I can control. So first thing first, unit's probably going to be on top of the top tile, I would imagine. I actually need a collision as well. So let's make a unit. So we're going to create a scene here. Base unit scene, I'd probably. Scene, we're going to say unit, scene. It's going to be 2D. It's probably a character body because I need to control it and it needs to have collision. So we'll have character body here. That's going to have animated sprites. Animated sprite. That's the sprite. I'm just going to keep the name. Animation here. New sprite. Open this up. Default. I don't know about default, but I definitely want side walk. Top walk. Then, or yeah, top walk and front walk. Top being pointing top side. And that would be, I think, units are in 32 by 32 actually, or 16 by 16 maybe. Yeah. So this is front, right? Let's say this is like 8 or 7, I guess. Sidewalk. 16 by 16 is this one right here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 as well. Then top walk will be the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. 7. There you go. Look at this. Look at us go. Little cute little creature. Might want to get rid of the default though. I guess default could be just standing still, huh? I mean, there's no idle animation. I'm not making any idle animation. I don't have time for that. Idle. And then we'll just do idle as just one of these things. And then next, we got action, which is a silly one. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. So let's make that 9, so it's a little bit faster. Okay. Yep. That's what we got. Alright, we're gonna give it a collision box now. Collision shape. I think it's just gonna be a pillbox, honestly. Pillbox because I'm afraid of it doing the dragoon dragoon issue. In StarCraft, dragoons are notorious for getting stuck in the corners. And the pillbox, the little rounded corners, does help with it. Though it's so tiny that I don't know if that's meaningful at all. We'll just do one of these things like that. And so we have a unit with collision shape. And I suppose that means I want to be able to get around to it. So for the tile set, we got to do some collision box setup, don't we? So that means, I don't know if, yeah, tile set. We got to edit the tile set here. I'm not going to make it unique because I wanted to share it. A tile map here, tile set here, patterns, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this one, I think I can just collectively click each one. So I'm going to say this. I got to say physics layer. We're going to add a navigation layer probably and a physics layer. So we're going to do physics layer here and navigation layer. Hopefully that just kind of works instead of giving me trouble. But in any case, we got physics layer 0. This means I'm going to just get rid of all the points. You can't walk on it versus here you can walk on it. So I'll say boop, 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 boop. Oh, I need magnets. Grid snap. There it is. Boop. I'm going to say add to this add to this corner, 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 boom. And it'll be 1. Wait, I thought I could just paint physics layer. Ah, there it is. So this means, oh wait, whoops. So this means it will collide with the unit, right? So this will collide with the unit, this will collide with the unit. This, all of this will collide with the unit. Yeah. They should collide with the unit. All of these things. There you go. They will collide. Navigation also, I think, means. So if we say, let's save this real quick. So middle, they all share it, I think. Yeah. So now if I create a navigation layer, with the navigation layer, it allows me to do pathfinding with the pathfinding object that it has, I think. We'll go here. This means passable. Like the painted area is passable. So for me, it'll be like this, right? All navigatable, except these. It needs to go around it. Go around this. This is navigatable. This is not navigatable. Cool. I think that does it actually. Cool. All right. I don't know how I'm gonna do the whole layer thing, because can I just get the grid and change instead of it being an object? That might be a little complicated. So one thing that I'm trying to do right now is that there's a tile map here. I have a middle tile that's drawing the snow layer. And the idea is, as I'm interacting, as the player interacts with the snow, it needs to slowly melt away, meaning it needs to go from here to here to here. It's easy to make that as node and say node that changes its sprite. But right now I'm using a tile to draw this. So I need to change this, I think. I need to make it so that, yes, I draw it like this, but during the game loading, the two things. If I make it a node, I need ways because I need to be able to still draw it and it needs to snap to the grid. So I can do this. And then during the load time, it replaces these tile map. It makes it invisible and in its place puts out the appropriate nodes. So nodes are created programmatically. Or I figure out ways to change the tile graphic. So keep this information as some sort of like array, 2x2 array, and then update the information. So information is purely data, and then I do the graphical representation separately, which can be a little complicated. Anyways, I'm going to take a little quick bathroom break. I'll be back real quick. Chair stream. I'm back. All right. Here we are. Looking good so far. We're really closing on that hour. Oh my goodness, the cat. All right, I'm back. Actually back. All right. Just a few more minutes here, and then I'll probably stop the stream for a little bit. But I think we're having a lot of fun. Well, I'm having a lot of fun so far. It's always fun to come back to the fun part of starting a new project. Why is it that the starting of the project is most exciting part? I would think that, I mean, it would be so nice if I can just be like, oh, my favorite part is actually like playing the game or playing the game that I made. While that is true, I think that nothing beats the feeling of like ideating and just like feeling like you're creating something new and exciting. Really an addiction, that unhealthy addiction, I would say. Even, right? Okay. Oh, gee. Where's the light? It's not clear. So for example, I'm trying to attach a light as part of the animation or at part of the character, so I can just, whenever I drag one, for example, this one, if I say like this, whoa, that is really bright. Oh, it's huge. That's why. Okay. So I need to make it small. Oh, it is like huge right here. Look at that. I think I need to change that to not the version 2 light, version 1, actually. That's a little bit more acceptable, I think. I might even make it smaller. Like so. And make it like 0.3. Like so. Because right now this unit, oh my goodness. It's really bright. I wonder if I can make it so that it doesn't... Well, we'll see. Here. What if I get rid of this light? Like that. It's a little bit better, right? Okay. So I can be one here. And it does that. I might actually make this 0.6. I will use this. Just kind of lower the scale. I think. Like so. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And it makes it really bright here. But I think what I can do here is that I can do a little self-modulate on the visibility to change the color because it's completely white. Oh, it affects the... Well, I guess I got to do it here, huh? It affects the color of the... Weird. It affects the color of the light if I'm not careful. Okay, let's see what it looks like in the game itself. There's a little person. Nice. That light seems a little intense, doesn't it? I think I'm going to reduce the intensity of the light a little bit. Point light, we're going to say 0.3. I think I might even just go for like a different colored light. As I said, orange is good light. I think I'm going to do one of these things. Yeah, a little darker here. So now I can increase the intensity. There you go. 0.88. There you go. I think that's good. I'll move this light a little bit to the right and left. Great, you can see. I think all the animation needs to be autoplay. Infinite loop, 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 loop. Autoplay. Well, I guess only one of them can be autoplay. Let's say front autoplay. We're gonna restart here. There you go. Kind of. It's doing something. All right. Next thing. I think because it has a collision shape. If I do a drag. Maybe the modulator is a little bit too dark, huh? I'm gonna brighten it up a little bit. Maybe even more. My cat is going crazy on that door. My God. My cat really wants to join the room, but that means it's gonna be a little bit louder in here. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. All the noise, I mean. But yeah. Well, let's see. Okay. So now first thing we need to do is I need to be able to select this unit, right? So I think unit type needs to be, we need to have a group here. Say this belongs to the group called unit. And I'm gonna make it global. So right here, I think what I can do on the main script, for example, I think we can actually create a selector. So for example, on the UI, let's say we have a color rect, right? And let's say this goes, whoops. We have a color rect. The whole point here right now is I'm going to try to make a little drag. I'm going to drag over the, what do you call, the screen to make selection. So what I can do, I think, I could draw a box, like customized box, but I think I'm going to do this first because I think it's easier. So if I do this, so for example, on drag, I think, let's make it a main script. We're gonna make a main script. Here, yeah, main script. And here, I think I'm gonna listen to the mouse input. So we're looking for a mouse down and mouse drag. And for my, oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize you were here. I'm sorry. Can you see them? Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know my cat was up on the table and I hit her head. They want attention. I guess I do need to end the stream in a bit. The cat demands me. You can see a little bit of the tail. See? Hello. Say hi. This is a cat stream now. Oh. Okay. Anyways. So, this is happening. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Can I work? Can I work, please? No? I guess not. Or I guess a little break. Just taking a break here. Just pet the cat. Anyways, what I wanted to do is I wanted to listen to the input of the mouse. Hovering is one thing. I think it needs to be dragged. So as soon as the mouse is pressed down, it starts the drag mode, and then it follows the other end. I think that's not too difficult. Can't be that difficult. And then I can make the selector have its collision box that is the size of the box's size, and then see if there's any characters inside, units, I mean, or character body. That way you can just kind of select. Otherwise you can just click and select as well, right? I guess I should make the click and select work first, huh? So for example, if I go here and say if it detects a click, but it's not a control, so I'm gonna have to individually do it. Because what's going to happen is that if there are multiple characters that are layered on top of each other, it's going to detect all the clicks at the same time. That's tricky. That is tricky. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to do it. Area. 2D. Click. And then collision. I'm having to type with one hand because I'm also petting the cat with the other. It's out of the screen, so it looks probably really weird. I'm going like this. Collision. Collision shape. Let's make that a circle, because circle's a simple, what do you call? Circle is a simple, jeez. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Oh my goodness. It is simple calculation. Detecting if the mouse pointer is within the circle is very simple mathematically. So here we are. Anyways, hello. Hi, Osborne. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. We're making a game right now. I mean, that's what we usually do. Right now, in particular, we're making a game for Godot Wild Jam, which is a Godot-based jam once a month, apparently. I'm just doing a quick one. I just joined it today, even though there's 9 days for it, so gonna have to hurry. But we decided we're gonna make a RTS game, so that's what we're working on right now. I have this unit. I have this little map that I created. This is a little unit. I'm trying to make it so that I can click on it. So I'm gonna click on it right now. So signal here for the click area, which I think has mouse entered. And then there's an input event, mouse shape entered, mouse shape exited. I can do input event here. I think this is it actually. Emit it when an input event occurs, right? So I can say, I mean, this is the last thing that happens, but we can do that. Let's try it. So on the unit, oh, I do need to create a little script for the unit. So we'll do that. On the unit, create. Class name, unit body, and we're gonna detect some clicks here. Osborne says, I'm just a sound designer with some free time. That's awesome. I work with a few sound designer here and there. I worked with my previous game, which I'm working on still. I contracted out a sound designer, which has been a great fun. Well, welcome. Hey, it's part of the interest. Are you interested in making sounds for games, or are you just interested in making sound design for whatever? Okay. Click input. Oh. I guess this gets detected if things get clicked anyways. Both. Oh, I see. Well... You know, feel free to share your resume. I'm always looking for people. What's your experience? How experienced are you? Input pickable. I guess when I say how experienced, I mean like, are you trying to look for a new career? Are you trying to contract out? Are you trying to look for a new hire? Input event, emit it when input event occurs. Requires input pickable. Yeah, I need to do pickable here. So I'm going to do pickable input. Pickable is already on. I gotta say my in-ear monitor, this is a wired in-ear monitor, studio monitor. Earphone is now at the end of its life. Oh, the bookmark is here. Clicking thumbs up, brother. Thank you. Thumbs up. Thank you, bookmark. I guess it is 5 p.m. Oh, gee. I'm just doing it as a hobby, but I could go full time. That could be fun. You know, that's what we want to do. We want to make a full-time job of things that we love to do. We just want to create. I think at the end of the day, all of us just want to create and be heard, don't we all? Anyways, so on click input event, I think I want to do here event if event is mouse input mouse button, I guess, and event is pressed, then I suppose a select unit, and we'll say this unit has a selected or not. Pull the flag of selected, which is false by default, and we'll say this gets true if I click it. So let's see, and then I can say that on process if selected, or it's, I don't even have to do that. I think I'm gonna have a sprite that's like on ready var selected sprite, which is gonna be some ring. Selected sprite, which is gonna go under here, and it's gonna be one of these things. And this will equals selected, like so. And this will be false by default. And that sprite, I think I'm gonna make a real quick one that probably looks something like that, something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make an independent pixel for that. So I'll do a little circle, semicircle, I guess, kind of circular. This thing. I think what I can do is I can make it rotate, I suppose. No, that's too much. I'll do this. This will be selection unit selection, which I guess could be under unit. Export selection. We'll turn this off real quick. Over here, selection sprite. Let's see. Got the selection sprite. Boom. We'll do one of these things. Like so. Maybe it's a little too big, actually. Let me make it smaller. I'll make it half the size. One more pixel small. There you go. So that's a little bit more centered. There you go. And that will make it about this big. Perfect. And this will be invisible until it's selected. So right here, you can say select, and it has a little circle. Cool. I'm probably going to change the color here by doing the modulate. Visibility modulate. Probably do a little kind of greenish, deep green, probably to match. There you go. I don't know if you can see it. It's not very visible. I might need to actually darken this even more so that it shows all the time. There is so faint, it's hard to see. It's really bad. How come I can see it here? Maybe the filter is messing with it. I'm going to turn off the filter for now. Yeah, it's right there. But as soon as the filter goes on, oh, weird. Now it works. Huh. Oh, I know what it is. The CRT filter might be blocking the mouse information, which shouldn't be doing it, but or pass. There you go. There you go. Then unit, I think that means I can change the color of it to be a little bit brighter. All right. Boom. All right, cool. And then we're going to move the units. Unit has been selected. I mean, light is still a little bit too intense, I think. So I need to go in here. I'm going to change the light to be like 0.3, more like. Like that. Cool. A little bright there. It's fine, main. Put this up. This one's going to be 0.4. And this one's going to be also 0.5 maybe? I guess both of these should be 0.5. Cool. There you go. Boom. I love that. All right. Hopefully I can just right click and move now. So yeah, on the main, say for input, because I want it to be immediate. So I say for, or should it not be? Yeah, I think so. Func, input, event, input event. If event is mouse event input button, and event as input event. Whoops, I just muted by mistake. Did I do that? Put it mouse button. Button index is, and what is that? Button index is mouse button. Is mouse button right click, right? Right. And event is pressed. All right, so if the right click is pressed, we're gonna grab for, I'm gonna look for all the unit characters that are selected. So I'm gonna say get tree, I think I can do that. Get tree, get node in group. Instead of, yeah, get nodes in group, and it's gonna be units, I think, or is it just unit? Unit, that's already there. And then for unit in unit, I'm gonna assign destination here. So it's gonna say our destination or target position, I guess. Move target, which will be vector 2. We're gonna say unit as unit body. Move target equals mouse. I need to translate it to a local position immediately. So when I click on the screen, get mouse position, which will be position relative to the main screen. So it'll be, this is 0, 0, and then I'll give the position on this. Oh, that's interesting. What's going on there? Okay, well. And then it's going to assign that local mouse position So the unit will receive that information now that the move target has been updated. When this gets set, I think I wanted to bar is moving requested. And that's going to be true. And I'll say, or I should probably set the target value first. And during the process, if this is the case, we want to start moving to it, I think. We want to navigate. So we need to create a navigation. Navigation region, navigation agent, I think. Oh, interesting. That's new. Ikori says, how's the game looking so far? I'm trying to make the characters move now. So we're adding navigation agent, and we know how to work that. We've done that during the gym game before, if you recall. We have this, we have a person, I can click. Added a CRT filter because, of course, that's what makes indie game look awesome and polished, right? We added some lights, color filter. I don't care. I don't care if it works really well or not. I'm gonna just put all the fancy effects to make it look polished and awesome, right? Hopefully that's okay. Hopefully that's not going to be against the spirit of the game jam. I think it is completely. Ah, yes, the characters that got stuck by the weights. Yes, exactly. So we've done that study before, so I think we know how to use it. So we got this. Now, I think I know how to use it. But it's not true. I'm gonna have to go back to it. I'm gonna say Godot engine. I'm gonna open that project now because I gotta go back and grab the code. Where is it? Gym management. I can't remember everything all the time, but I think we're in a good spot right now. I might have to do a little bit of work offline. I don't know if I can actually finish within 3 days, but we'll see. Let's see. Got the gym here. Try to remember spawn points. I gotta find out all the, not the player character body. I think there was like a body somewhere. Gym body. I think it was gym body, and it had, oh, not that. Character, gym body character, maybe. And navigation agent. Oh, it did. Nice. And it only did velocity computed, which I need to do that. So I'm gonna do this onto the unit. And then otherwise, I think navigation. The way it does it is it takes the navigation agent, right? So we have on ready var navigation agent, which is this. 2D. And then I need to do something with it, which is I need to set its target position. Yes. And then avoidance is enabled. So we'll say on this, I gotta do this. Navigation agent here. Target position will be move target. And once it's set, what do? I do all this in the physics process, I think. So I'll do that. Under physics process, physics process, delta. Navigation will be whatever navigation agent here. And then something. Not too worried about this yet. Navigation agent, 2D velocity computed. Do this. I think. Alright, what else? I'm just gonna do this part and then probably end the stream. But I want to be able to click on the target and it starts to move towards it, right? Target reach is separate thing. I don't care about this right now. I'm just gonna say pass on this to do because I don't have anything I need to worry about. Is navigation finished? Velocity. I mean, it's character body, so it should have velocity, no? I guess I should just come up with my own direction. Speed. Speed is what I give. That would be the property. Our speed equals, I think here it says speed was something else. Gave, yeah, bar speed 2500. What else? Navigation avoidance available. Turn it off. Is working out. I don't care about that. Target reached. I don't care about that. I think this is okay now. Move and slide. Yeah. Navigation velocity. I think this is good here. Hopefully this will move. Let's see. Moment of truth. Oh. Oh, it's stuck. Perfect. Hey, look at that. I can't go there. A little fast. Might have to change the speed, but it's doing what I want it to do. Oh. It's going around here. Oh, right, because this is ice. I'm gonna have to change the map here. This one to be broken ice so that people can't just walk over it. So there's 2 ways to go. Okay, cool. It's kind of working. Only thing is that this doesn't know how to get there. Like, it doesn't know how to navigate this way if I click like this. But it's kind of cool. Look. I mean, it's not bad. Let's see. I'm gonna say debug visible navigation. How about that? Hopefully this will work. Something. That's not what I was looking for, I think. Debug. I think I wanted this. Oh, maybe this is what I need. Look at that. Look at us. Boom. Yeah, look. It needs to go around this because it's an object. I guess. Oh, I know why. It doesn't know how to go around it because it's on top tile, right? No? Wait, but that's part of the navigation. It needs to be able to avoid that. Physics layer. Well, doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter. It's moving. That's all I care about. And maybe that's like part of the micromanagement. I mean, it moves, it can't go through it. It tries. I don't know. It's kind of cool still. I'll do the character to move a little bit slower, actually. About 1200 instead. What do you think? This way better? That's good. I'm gonna... Right. I get it. Because it needs to use the topmost. So, for example, right here, I get it. So, I get it now. You see how there's different tiles layer? And this one allows for navigation. This one doesn't. So, as far as the navigation logic is concerned, it's using this background tile as navigation indicator. When in fact it shouldn't. It should actually be using layer 2. So I think if I do that, I wonder if that's going to work. Force show navigation visible. I don't know what this middle part. Maybe I need to disable this as well. Oh, as soon as I disable that, it's starting to not work. Let me see that. Hi, standard pointer. Yeah, it's not working anymore. It doesn't know how to get there anymore. I mean, look. So this ice block is in layer 2. So it knows when I do this, it needs to go around it. But these like little mountainous things, little piles, are on layer 3. And it's struggling because of that. Which is interesting. Hold on. Let me just put this out here and see if that does anything. Hello, standard pointer. Yeah, same thing. Like, this knows how to go around it, but somehow it's not using the topmost layer as part of the navigation logic, unless I didn't set that up. It's collision. Navigation. Let's see. Navigation. Yeah, made it so that you can't go around. Oh, you can't go on top of it. Yet it doesn't consider it. Top tile. It's really not considering the top tile at all. Weird. I wonder why. I wonder what's deciding that. Navigation is blocked. Physics is blocking navigation here. Yep, these are all navigation layer 0. So I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure why it's only working for that particular one. Pathfinding, avoidance. This should be enabled by default. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I guess it's fine, you know? Alright, well, I can move the characters, and that's important. I think the light is a little bit too intense, though, still, for some reason. Bonjour. Yeah, I'm gonna make a meltable or freezable structure down there, actually. We should do that here. I think unit middle map. So I'll draw, probably replace this with this one. This one needs to be frozen over. Like that. There you go. I think that should work. It's gonna be a little ugly, but you know, it does the job. Like, oh, I can't. Yeah. I guess for transition, it should just be a little bit better. More like tile map. Should be more of these, I suppose. Yeah. It's a high tech, you know. There you go. I think that works. There you go. Beautiful. Lovely. I mean, something's working. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Next. All right. Unit's moving. Now we got to click the unit, and I only want to move the selected unit here, actually, instead of saying all the unit needs to move. Because right now, if I have multiple units, for example, they're all going to move. Like that. really intense though. These like overlapping area actually. Not. There's a little bug, but I think I'm okay with that. This doesn't bother me as much. I like how they get spread apart. It's pretty funny actually. A lot of micromanagement required. All right, cool. Next up, I think the intensity of the scan line needs to reduce actually. It's a little bit too much. Scan line. Pixel strength maybe? Drop that out. I want to see what that looks like. It's hard to see actually. I'll do it over here. This is the brightness of the scan line. So we'll do -5 here. What I need, I think, maybe number of scan line. Oh, scan line strength maybe. What does that mean? Here. Let's see what that is. Don't go over there. Yeah, see, it's darker. Scan line's darker, right? It's like a little bit weaker scan line. Okay, I think that's better actually. I'll do 0.5, which is what I had before. Okay. I think that's okay. I might need to work on the light thing though. It's a little bit too bright. I wonder if I can make it so that the lights, the overlapping part of the light doesn't add to it. Does it fix it if I do mix? No, it doesn't, I don't think. I really think the light needs to be under the sprite though. Wonder if that helps. Nope. I guess you can only get so bright before it's too bright, unless I do HDR. I mean, I guess this is not too bad. It only looks bright in this section because it's like the bright part of the map. Okay, cool. Multiple units moving. I gotta make it so that only the selected units move. So here I'm gonna say group filter. I think I can do func unit body, and then be like return unit selected. I don't know if this filters out or filters in. The method receives one of the array elements as an argument. Should return true to add element to the filter. Yeah, true means it gets added. So it's not going to move it unless it's... Yeah, I have to select it, like so. I like how they're like freaking out about each other though. Let's see. I like they're really trying to escape each other. Is moving requested? I think this should only happen if moving is requested. So it'll be if it's not requested, don't do anything. There you go. I think. Oh, they're on top of each other still. Let's see. Move the units out of each other's way. All right, time to test. There you go. Yeah, looking like an RTS game, doesn't it? Yeah, starting to look the part. It's looking the part now. I think that's a great stopping point. I got the movement. I think next thing I need to do is definitely make sure that I can build stuff. The good thing is that I've already finished all the art I need. I just need to make it work, which often happens to be the biggest part. And I'm okay with the kind of minimalistic art that I have going on. So I'm not too worried about that. A few things I do need to start doing resources, right? Like the food. What was I saying? Let's see. We got survivors, food, and scraps. That's what we're looking for. And yeah. Not survivor is the hard one. I don't know how you would collect survivors. I guess survivors goes up if you have food. I guess that's the shelter upgrades. Shelter increases survivor, but then you need food, I suppose. And you can turn it on and off. Okay, I think that could be fun. Anyways, all right. I think that's good enough for today. I know yesterday was like 1 hour, really short stream, but today is 4 hour stream. So we're coming back. We're slowly rising up. Thanks for joining, everyone. It's been fun. Hopefully we can make more interesting videos. I think this will be a great devlog, honestly. I'm looking forward to making a devlog out of this. And I'm looking forward to winning this game jam. Yeah, I joined late, but I'm gonna win it. I don't know what that means though. What does a winning mean? Bragging right? Let me see. I didn't even look at what you get if you win. Participants and contributors will be judging the game on the following: theme, fun, controls, graphics, audio. Oh, definitely need to do audio then, huh? Accessibility. Ooh. CRT might lose on the accessibility. Originality. Okay. Links, FAQ. Do you win anything besides a bragging right? Oh. I mean, I definitely need to work on the colors, I think. It's definitely not colorblind friendly. Something different happening during each day of voting. Oh, interesting. Doesn't really say anything about winning and what that does. I think it's just a bragging right, which is all dandy. Anyways, that's great. This is it. I have fun. I'll talk to everyone later. I guess we do have enough people that I can actually raid meaningfully. So let's do that. Probably Hypnotics is here still. Unfortunately, Covino's probably not around. Covino, thanks for the raid once again. Oh, Average Goop. I haven't seen Average Goop in a while, actually. 43 views. Wow. Average Goop is not so average anymore. Getting up there. All right. Well, let's rate that. Hop on, hop on. It's time for Rise of the Intern. Oh, yeah. It was a fun game that we're working on. All right. We're going to start the raid. Hop on. Hop on to it. Join. All right. Well, it's been fun, everyone. I'll see you later. Good night or whatever. Bye.